Today is Remembrance Day, the day to remember the fallen soldiers that fought in our world to defend our countries. And now, these soldiers, thank you so much for your service. Now, those aren't the only ones to remember on this very sad day. Now, in the world of video games, there are also many fallen video games that have never seen the light again after their first few games. And let's remember them on this fine occasion. Alright, so the first game that we need to remember is, of course, Skylanders. If you heard of Skylanders, you know how amazing these games were until Activision sadly discontinued them. But anyways, these games were so fantastic that anyone could have got into the game and had such an amazing time with it. What you did as Skylanders was you got essentially toys and you put them on the portal of power, and these toys were essentially like they had a little chip inside of them that when you place them down, they become alive. So you can just level them up and have a fantastic time. Skylanders was so great. So many people enjoyed Skylanders. There was 6 games in total until Activision, that sad fateful day in 2016, decided, you know what? Let's just never make the game ever again. Until the Nintendo Switch came out, and that was one of the games that originally released with the Switch. Skylanders, you will never be forgotten. Alright, so now, another type thing that we should remember, of course, is the Wii U. Now you may think the Wii U is not a game. Now you'll be right about that one. But let me tell you, the Wii U is now mostly forgotten because the Switch came out, overshadowed it, and even when it was still out, it was overshadowed by the 3DS. But now I feel like not many people remember about the Wii U. Now, the Wii U was a really fantastic console with so many amazing games. So many amazing games that half the library is on the Nintendo Switch. So please, take the time to remember the Wii U. The Wii U is such a good console. And nowadays, it doesn't give the love that it really deserves. It has a Wii built into it. And that is fantastic because you can play Wii inside of your Wii U. This is the optimal way to play Wii games nowadays. So please, don't say that the Wii U is a waste of space and should be thrown out into the garbage can. No. The Wii U is a really fantastic console. So just remember it as it truly is beautiful. Alright, so another game that may be forgotten on the Nintendo Switch is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, when this originally came out, it was a game it's a Pokemon game, but it was originally released for Pokemon Go. But nowadays, you don't really see much things happening with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, this game is a hidden gem, so trust me, if you're thinking of getting a Pokemon game, you're thinking of going back to the original state of Pokemon games or something, you may see a little fun with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, it isn't original Pokemon, but it is in the original region, so just try it out, and this game will also never be forgotten. Alright, so another game that we should never forget is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Now, you may know me. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is one of my favorite Zelda games, but not many people remember it for the masterpiece it is. It usually, they go back to A Link Between the Past, or even The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. But there's not much recognition for one of the games that really brings out the feel of The Legend of Zelda for me. And this game, you don't really see much talk about this masterpiece of a game. Now, you may say, this could be one of the best Zelda games, but why aren't we getting a remaster anytime soon? The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds really is that one masterpiece that we desperately deserve. The one that you go in between different worlds. Now, you get the sword, the Master Sword, and you break the seal to store Ganon away. And, you know, you do all that stuff, your typical Zelda stuff. But you realize that you can go in between worlds, and there's different dungeons and different bosses, and it's harder and harder. And even there's also the music. The music is one of the best musics of any Zelda game that I've ever heard of. Alright, so don't make fun of me. But there's one more game that I have to say we can never ever forget about. Alright, so now that game would of course be every single game that doesn't really suck. Hey, if it's your favorite game, that's great. If it's not your favorite game, that's great. But any single game that was made from a company, and let's just say that that company totally forgot about it. It's been 10 years. And you never saw another game or a sequel or something in a long time. So, if it's a game that you like, if it's a game that you don't like, hey, these are fallen games that they should never be forgotten, unless they actually do really, really suck. But besides that, every single game that ever existed is pretty much a piece of history. So we have to remember them at some capacity. So yeah, what do you think about this? Do you think that these games are good? I listed off some of my favorite if you couldn't tell. Do you think there's more? Of course there is more. Just let me know in the comment section down below. What is your top 3 favorite forgotten items throughout the years? This could be video game console like me was the Wii U and the 3DS. This could be games like Skylanders or something more. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Now, since it's Remembrance Day, we can't just deny that, oh, these are video games. No. We gotta actually get up and we gotta do our 1 minute of silence. Complete, total silence. Alright. So get up and remember those who fell during the wars and served your country so you get the freedom that you so desperately need. Alright, so let's do the 1 minute of total, complete silence. No talking, no cheating. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so how was that moment of silence? I think it was pretty amazing. Thank you so much if you're still here. And hey, for all of you who've watched this video all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one.